Hello everyone, welcome to the Wonder of Star Wars The Old Republic episode number 49. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, this is an ongoing series of playthrough of my Sith Inquisitor Javiik, and I hide the earlier episodes from my channel so they don't clog it up too much. So if you want to start at episode 0, go ahead and look in the description of this video. So for everyone who is here and has been watching the whole time, welcome back guys! We're finally going to Alderaan. I'm really excited. We're going to start off with our ship mission before we head down to the planet. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's very funny. So I have reached level 47 long before I should have, and my mission panel has lit up for the first time, and it's telling me I can go to Ilum, one of the last planets in the original release of the game, but you're really supposed to do that after you're done your class story, so it's very interesting that it's shown up there, and it's shown up that I should really, it's like lit up with a big purple triangle as if I should do it, but that's not really not what I should be doing in this story. That's a really bad indicator. Well, it looks like I don't actually have a mission on my ship. I think we did that last time, so we'll head down to the planet. I really love some of the planets have been given that really beautiful updated fly-in sequence, and oh, they're so pretty. I love going to Dromund Kaas and Coruscant and the fleet. It's just so darn pretty. So what is going on in Star Wars The Old Republic news? Basically, we've received a ton of info about what to expect in the next update, and that is going to be coming out December 11th, 2018. So at the time of recording this video, that's in like less than a week. Oh my gosh. I've been kind of having a rough time imagining in my head how far away Christmas is, and I feel like it's coming soon, and that big update is literally right around the corner. It's less than a week. Oh my god. So this update is really more for players who have completed all the current storyline in the game. If you're still leveling, it's just something to look forward to far in your future. It's like after you've completed all of the expansions is when you would want to start this. I've actually had a lot of people asking, should I start it? Can I start it by skipping the expansions? If maybe I have second characters, or maybe the other expansions just didn't interest you. I'll answer that in a moment.
Greetings, my lord. I bring the good wishes of Moff Sarek, the officer entrusted with annexing this planet. He has been anticipating your arrival.
It is fitting that we speak.
Yellow. Robes of gold.
A good day, my lord. It will well serve the aims of the Empire to have so accomplished a Sith on this planet. I expect you care little for the niceties of politics here, so I will be brief. The Empire intends to use Alderaan's succession struggle to bring it into the fold, and I'm offering you the opportunity to play a pivotal role.
What's happening here?
The heir to Alderaan's throne was recently assassinated, right after withdrawing from the protection of the Republic. The planet's in civil war, and for the first time in thousands of years, without the armies of the Republic to bring order.
That's a long time. Has the Republic really given them up?
The Republic has its proxies here, as we have ours. We have allied ourselves with House Thul. The House was exiled 60 years ago after a failed bid for power, and came to us instead. Unfortunately, they have proven too weak to do what's needed.
House Thul? House Thul? I thought it was House Thul this entire time. If someone else says Thul and then another character says Thul, I'm gonna have my mind blown.
Do they need the fear of the Emperor put into them?
Yes. Jorad, one of the Thul Lords, insists on following Alderaan's rules of civilized warfare. I want you to show him warfare is far from civil. Several of Thul's vassal houses have rebelled since Thul's connection to us became public. This cannot be allowed. Take a slave collar from my man here and drag one of these rebels to our weak-willed Lord Thul.
Oh.
Kill the rest and leave them where they fall.
These Alderaan lordlings will beg to serve the Empire.
These lords of Alderaan must lose their foolish pride. Those who will not bow must break.
Time to go very old school on Alderaan. Okay, so I'm especially excited for doing Alderaan because we've created kind of a backstory for Javiik, our character, that isn't part of the main story. A lot of questions aren't really answered, like why is your character a slave at the beginning of the Inquisitor story? The game doesn't tell you, so you can kind of make up your own, and we've had quite a good time creating a fairly intricate backstory for Javiik, and his backstory starts with his family being on Alderaan, and the politics of Alderaan being an important part of his family and everything like that. He's not a noble, but his parents were freeholders and traders, and they definitely spent a lot of time with the noble houses, obviously trying to make some money, and Javiik also served as kind of like a servant or a page in one of the houses. So we're gonna try and pay really good attention to the story this time around and see where the state of this planet is now that Javiik has returned after quite a long leave. I'm not sure the exact number of years, but he hasn't been back recently, that's for sure. So we've got this new big update coming up, mainly for level 70 players. I believe they said there's going to be an option to autocomplete any stories that you've missed out. The only important thing to know is that you don't get to make any choices. So for example, let's say you autocomplete something on your Jedi. All the choices will be made as if they were light side choices, or choices that would be valued by a Jedi. And maybe you want to make a few dark side choices along the way, or maybe your Jedi is full dark side. The game won't care, and it will just autocomplete them for you. Of course, you can always take the time and just do those expansions yourself, and you won't have to worry about the autocomplete. And so the update's going to be called 5.10. 5.10, 5.10, and it is going to be called Jedi Under Siege. It's going to be on the planet of Ossus, and I already have a ton of videos talking about the rest about it. I'm just going to say that I'm very excited about it. I'm super looking forward to it. Some of the things I'm looking forward to are the fact that it's going to be more open world, I think. There's an actual planet rather than a lot of instances like the last few stories have been, and I really like the chapters because they're replayable.
My lady, this must be the Sith we've been expecting. I can feel his power.
Welcome, Sith. I'm sorry for the chaos. Alderaan is on the brink of civil war, but House Thul owes the Empire so much.
Boom! It is Thul! That guy, he was just this Imperial trying to cut into the business of Alderaan. He didn't even know how to say the royal house's names. Oh, I feel so vindicated. House Thul! Right. Let's get back to things. So this is Alana Thul, and I think she's in charge of the Thul house, right? Yes.
What did the Empire do for you?
Before I was born, House Thul was accused of conspiring to steal the throne. We were disgraced and driven off Alderaan. The Empire gave us a home in exile and helped restore us to our rightful place on Alderaan. But our history can hardly be of interest to you. Darth Zash mentioned you're after a certain artifact. Am I correct?
Oh, this is so cool, and this is my Inquisitor story as well. Oh, I like it. Oh, I'm so excited to do this part. I'm sorry.
You've heard correctly.
Excellent. Then I should be able to help you quite a bit. Allow me to introduce Morin. He's my personal Sith guard. He did some preliminary investigation after Darth Zash called.
It is an honor. I've heard many things about Lord Zash's apprentice. I began my research on a hunch House Organa close to ties with the Jedi. We captured and chatted with a Chamberlain of House Organa. He confirmed that Organa holds the artifact, and that it is kept in their private vault in the Elysium.
What's the Elysium?
The Elysium is an ancient and majestic ruin on Alderaan, now reduced to a battlefield. Unfortunately, the Elysium is sealed tight, and the key is held by Nomar Organa, a powerful, revered, and insufferable Jedi Master. You are the only Sith on Alderaan who even stands a chance of defeating Nomar. We must bring him here.
Nomar Organa has a reputation for strength and power, but above all, for his principles. He is, by all accounts, the perfect Jedi, but everyone has weaknesses. Isn't that right?
You hit it right on the head.
I suggest you start in the library of House Alder. They are devoted keepers of Alderaan's history. Personal connections, I think, would be most useful. Siblings he was particularly close to, childhood friends. But be careful. House Alder is a close ally of Organa. They're likely to attack anyone from Thul on sight.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sith.
That was cool. Nomar Organa, Inquisitor. The youngest son of the third brother of the Lord of House Organa. Nomar Organa, sorry, I'm having so much trouble with the words. We've got House Thul, and these guys just, one of them said Elysium, and the other said Elysium, and now I can't remember how to say Organa. Star Wars, you're messing with my brain. Noah Organa showed force sensitivity at a young age and was given to the Jedi Order as a gift by his uncle. What they do, like wrap him up with a bow? As a young man in Padawan, he returned to Alderaan for the first time and soon fell in love with the daughter of House Rist. At the time, House Rist was weighing an alliance with House Organa, and both houses saw the match as an opportunity to seal their relationship. But the Jedi Order refused to consent to such a politically burdensome marriage. Nomar broke off the engagement and has served the Jedi Order dutifully ever since. Wow, that's a sad story. So, two people fall in love. It seems like it would be a good way, really good match by their families. Probably be beneficial to both of their houses, which have probably, I'm not sure how many people are in the houses, but definitely in the hundreds, if not in the thousands each. And the Jedi were like, nope, sorry, Jedi should not be so invested into politics, and he would probably have a lot of responsibilities as someone who's that high up in a house, especially in this very specific marriage. He's like the bridge between the two houses.
This is my third request that's been ignored. You've left the entire compound exposed to attack.
We're at war for your crown. I haven't got time to see to your personal entourage.
The impudence! Where does the Empire get its soldiers these days? Some swamp on Hutta?
Maybe you'd like it if we pulled out altogether. See how House Thul fares on its own. Let me worry about the men, my lord. Go back to the dining hall, where you belong.
Saucy. Sorry, I was staring at these guys. I was like, neither of these guys look like an Imperial officer. So, him being in that marriage, he would be too often be the bridge between the two houses, and he wouldn't be able to just suddenly leave like the Jedi really sometimes need to do. Hey Jedi, we need you on Dathomir. Hey Jedi, we need you on Naboo. I don't even know if Naboo's discovered at this time in the story, but that's sad for all of them. I have a feeling he probably harbors a lot of resentment towards the Jedi. Maybe he's like burying it deep down, knowing that serving the Jedi is the thing that's best for the world or the galaxy, but maybe not for him and his houses.
Imagine leaving your home for a sojourn into the galaxy. When you return, you find the manor infested. The wood is rotten and wriggling. Beetles carpet floors you raced across as a child, and maggots drop in tangled clumps onto your head. With due respect, my lord, this is what House Thul faces, an infestation of vermin.
There's an option to say I like insects.
Go buy a blaster and stop bothering me.
You can squash one, but not a million. The Killiks are Alderaan's native insectoid population. Man-sized, barely intelligent. It's the nobility's duty to contain the swarms underground. Unchecked, they are ravaging this planet, turning palaces into hives and cocooning the survivors. Generations caught in the mandibles of beasts.
You said they're native to this world. They were here first?
Legend has it Killiks once ruled the planet. Supposedly most flew to the stars, but how many remained in hibernation? House Organa has been neglecting their responsibilities against the vermin, but even they carry defenses against Killik hunting parties. If you could seize the Organa toxins and poison the Killik hives, well, the Killiks will swarm, and the other houses must defend themselves and do their part.
Not a bad idea.
We will all war against the Killiks, and Thul will save this planet from infestation.
So in the last two expansions, we fight a war against a common enemy, and the Republic and the Empire team up. So I got it. We'll just breed Killiks, and that will keep the Empire and the Republic at peace. Solved it. That's why I'm a diplomat, you know? Okay, so I'm just really excited about being on Alderaan and all these quests that are like directly related to stuff I'm interested in. Really glad to not be doing any more bonus quests though. All in all, I'm pretty glad we're not able to be doing any of them anymore. I think maybe we can do Terrace and then we can do a bunch more if we ever hit 60. And so apart from that, there's that expansion I keep talking about. I'm excited that it's going to be more open world. I'm excited to go back to Republic versus Empire, though I know a lot of... Oh, I have to go inside the building. I know a lot of people have been excited about the Empire versus Republic storyline, but I can't say that I hated the Empire and the Republic working together. I didn't really love the... Oh, these guys are already dead. They ain't gonna be helping me. How about you? Here, take it. Take that. Nope. Take it. Oh, these guys are mad. Let's leave them be, Kenval. We don't need to murder everyone wantonly. Come on, puppy. I actually did this mission. I think it's maybe on my original Inquisitor, and I remember finding it hilarious. I thought he would maybe follow me around forever, so I think I went to like the fleet because I thought it'd be funny to have a slave and a slave caller follow me around. Oh no, look! Oh no, the battle droids! Oh god, the battle droid almost killed them. We're trying to scare them into submission, not wantonly murder them. And I think if you go to the fleet, he disappears, so I wouldn't recommend doing that, even if it sounds heck of amusing. What else do we gotta do here? Yeah, we're going the right way. This is cool. So this is a House Thul, I guess you could call a castle. Ah, palace. Got it. Wait for it. Ta-da! It looks exactly like Coruscant, except prettier. Purple's Javiik's kind of color as an Inquisitor. Ah, it does look really nice in here. Do I have to, like, wait in line? I'm next. Get out of the way.
What is... who... Crymar? Is that Crymar Novan? That's a free nobleman of Alderaan. Unhand him. Who are you? What's this about?
I think I have my UI off and there's some questions, but we can pause here for a second. So this is really cool for Javiik. So in his own story, he would have worked as a not a young boy, but as a child. Not like a little kid, but like a little older servant page boy. And so he would be very familiar with this area, with this entrance, and he might even know this man. I'm not sure how long he would have been in this throne for. We don't know much about him yet, so I'm gonna exit and get our stupid conversation wheel back.
What is... who...
If you are to join the Empire, you should take more care to recognize those in power. My lord.
All of Alderaan will be thrown into chains because of you.
Recognize me? Silence him, Thul. Be still and shock him or submit and you'll be spared. This is not a Javiik-like answer, but I just want to see it.
Silent slave. The sooner you see reason, the easier it'll be.
Oh, I thought you meant with
said
lightning.
Before that being too harsh might stir greater rebellion, though, of course, that's up to you.
I believe that is up to me.
Sir.
This is interesting. House Thul really seems to be the lapdog of the Imperials at this point in the story, but it also doesn't really sound like they have a lot of choice in the matter.
Thul vassals will now think twice about rebelling.
Excellent. I am pleased with your work. Very pleased. I would like to make you the voice of the Empire in House Thul. Aid Jorad and his men in crushing resistance to our rule. Obey him as if it were me, and with the same penalty for defiance. Tell him what you need, and he will ensure Thul's hold on Alderaan.
Thul!
Yes, sir. Sir.
Penalty for defiance. I like the sound of that.
I suppose the Moff expects us to take on House Organa. They're one of our oldest noble houses and loyal to the Republic. Until recently, they've been without an army, but they've got supporters all over the planet, including here.
You'll never find them. They've got top-of-the-line cloaking, better than anything the Empire makes. No probes will get through, no spy sats, nothing.
Do you really want to find out what happens if you don't tell me where they are?
I don't know. Do you think we didn't anticipate this? We know what sort of monsters they breed in your empire. I don't know anything that you could torture out of me.
House Organa denied raising an army, claiming it's just patriots defending their lands. But their attacks are too organized. We'll never find every group. We need to get inside their planet-wide communications, and that means finding a base with a physical link to slice into.
Just show me where the fun is.
The Organa guerrillas have a base hidden in some cave or other natural camouflage. There should be a master comlink there, guarded by their best soldiers. If you insert this computer spike, it'll give us a backdoor into all their communications.
Once we can hear them, there's nowhere on this world they'll be safe.
House Organa will not make another move without us knowing.
Man, the Empire is ruthless. So before that assassination that we learned of, squeaky chair, that assassination we learned about just at the very beginning of this story, Satil Shan was actually on the planet investigating whether the Empire was kind of pushing into the politics of the planet, and that's why she was there during the Battle of Alderaan. So at this point, the Sith are flat out super obviously telling House Thul what to do and shocking them, putting them in slave collars, or making them cry on the floor if they don't do what they're told. I didn't realize it was quite so forceful on the Imperial side. Like on the Republic side, the Republic and I believe House Organa is a very key player in that part of the story, and their relationship is not quite the same. I think they often butt heads, but they're generally working together for a shared cause. I don't want to miss any quests before I go out into the wide, wide world of Alderaan. So for that expansion, the Republic versus Empire, I actually did not hate the Republic and the Empire working together. I actually really liked that part of the story. I know it's not a common sentiment, but I like having a little bit from both factions in my life. None of my characters are 100% good, I guess you could say. They're, like most people, a little bit of mix of the things that you'd want from the dark side and the things that you might want from following a lighter path. So I liked having, like, Emperor Asina. I loved her. I loved her in the stories. I thought she was really great, and if possible, what I would have done would have been to ally with the Republic and the Empire and smack them into working together. Kind of hard to resolve them, since one is okay with slavery and the other isn't, but you know, the best you can do as the Empress of the Galaxy, or however you'd want to say it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. There's going to be some new datacrons to find. Oh, cave. Am I supposed to go in here? Steel Killick Poison Dispenser, Steel Killick Poison. Let's go up there first. I need to get a better speeder. This one's starting to clash. I need like a Doc Hot speeder or something. Oh, I need it. Oh no! Oh no! I wasn't prepared for battle! And Campbell's not even helping. Come on, Campbell. Just because I told you not to murder those locals, you didn't have to just stand there and do nothing. That's rude. Sweet. Box. And sweet, poison. That's what we're looking for. Oh, I totally forgot what I was talking about. I know I was talking about the expansion. And Dark Empress. Yes, of course. So I'm looking forward to datacrons. Looking forward to exploring a new area. I've only seen a few screenshots. I've been trying not to spoil it for myself too much, because just roaming around is one of my favorite things to do. They've kept the story rather under wraps, like they didn't allow testing of it, so I'm looking forward to that, because I know like literally nothing, and I've been avoiding accidentally finding out. And I'm, of course, obviously looking forward to it, because it will lead into an expansion in 2019, it sounds like. Something else I'm really excited about, I don't remember if I've mentioned it on the stream before, but I applied with a bunch of other people, like a bunch of community leaders who run like the biggest SWTOR Discord, the biggest club on Facebook, the biggest, baddest SWTOR in town. No, just joking. Lots of people who make videos and podcasts and stuff like that. And we together applied for a booth at Star Wars Celebration 2019, and Star Wars Celebration is a exposition, like a convention, just about Star Wars. And I was like, oh, it'd be super cool since it's going to be in Chicago this year if there was a SWTOR booth. And it isn't only for like official Star Wars stuff, it's really fan driven. Like there's fan panels, fan booths, fan swag, and I thought it'd be really cool since a lot of people know that the community is more open than it was last time Star Wars Celebration existed. Like there's the Discord now. I don't know if that existed back then. I wasn't doing YouTube stuff back then. I knew a lot of the podcasters of them, like I'd listened to their podcast, but I hadn't actually talked to them in any way at that point. So I thought this year might be a good year for, since a lot more people know each other, to, well, apply for a fan booth, and it's really cool. Partway through November, we got accepted, and I was like, wow! Only like, I think, I couldn't tell exactly, but under 30 groups were accepted out of everyone who applied. And so not only will there be a Star Wars The Old Republic fan community booth on the actual show floor, like an official one, there will also be a cosplayers of The Old Republic also was granted a booth, which is really cool. We're trying to see how we can work together. Either way, for those of you who will, for whatever reason, oh, where do I go? I need to go in that cave. Do I need to kill anybody else? No, it's good. Let's take the safe and easy route to falling down a cliff. Hey, I didn't die. So if you're in Chicago and want to go to Star Wars Celebration, there is only tickets for a few days left. If you're watching this a long time after this episode comes out, there's probably not going to be any left. Just Google Star Wars Celebration and it should get you to the website, and you can see if there's any tickets left. If you're in the area but you don't have a ticket or don't want to buy a ticket, there should be an official Star Wars The Old Republic event, like not one ran by fans, and it might even not require a ticket. It sounds like they're still planning, but there should be one, which is cool. And that's usually free for everyone to enter. But if I don't know what their exact plans are, to be honest. Plus I was about to say they're dealing with Anthem, but that's not quite true. They've everything I've talked to them about says that they're actually planning for Chicago, and they're probably going to do cool stuff there. So there's the studio BioWare is also working on another game called Anthem. Looks pretty cool. Nothing at all similar to SWTOR, but they're kind of sharing their resources. Luckily, most of the team that's working on Anthem, it sounds like they're actually in one of my previous hometowns up in Canada, and the people who work on SWTOR are mostly in Texas, USA. So I don't think you have to worry about them shirking this game for that one. It's pretty cool. I'll probably try it out. It has something to do with like flying in mech suits that you can really customize. It's not really an MMO. I don't know if they would call it that in the traditional sense. I've heard it compared mostly to, say, Destiny or Destiny 2. House Organa! House Organa is perhaps the most respected noble house on Alderaan. Organa ancestors were among the first to settle the planet and were pivotal in the formation of the Galactic Republic. The Organas have remained vocal supporters of the Republic for millennia, believers in patient negotiation over aggression, and were outraged when Senator Gal Pantier announced Alderaan's independence. And this is something that happened before the SWTOR story kicks in. Basically, the Sith came and raided Alderaan and trashed it, trashed all the noble houses, everything. They just took over, and there was barely anyone on planet to stop them. And it made Alderaan very, very war-focused. They wanted to go after the Sith hard. They did not want a peace treaty. And Gal Pantier was a senator at the time, and he said, "We're doing this." But he didn't necessarily speak for every single house. So here we go. The current Duke Organa epitomizes what the house is known for. During the war, the Duke was a fierce opponent of the Empire and the Sith, who saw his family treated brutally during the Empire's short-lived invasion of Alderaan. This neither soured the Duke and his house on peace, nor weakened their resolve to battle evil. When Alderaan's civil war began years later, Organa was among the last house to take up arms. but the Duke had privately trained a talented and honorable battalion for such an eventuality, and readily turned to the Republic for advice and assistance during the crisis. Today, Organa remains the Republic's fiercest ally on the planet. So, House Organa is not only kind of fighting the other noble houses within the Civil War, they're also fighting the Empire, who is trying to use the houses by proxy to fight a war on Alderaan, and by proxy against the Republic. Hey everybody, have some lightning! So for Star Wars Celebration, I'm hoping to eventually make a video about it to explain everything, but it's a lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff going on. Basically, there's going to be some really huge giveaways, and that's stuff you guys are going to be able to get in on too, of course, not just people at the convention. I'm hoping to set up a webcam so people can see the convention even if they're not necessarily actually there, which is cool. I'm hoping to make some really cool handmade props. And my goal, here's my goal. I'm trying to make some datacrons, like the ones that you go collect out in the world. Like, I don't know, probably like 3 or 4, not a ton of them, but like big, like something. What did you even say, Campbell? I have nothing to say to you, little Sith. Well, you took a long time to say it, Campbell. Oh, it told me to go out of the cave? Spike the comm relay. Did I miss it when I was in there? Oh, yeah, I did. So I'm going to try and make datacrons big enough that you would hold them in both hands, like not like little tiny handheld things, and I'm going to try and make them out of acrylic, because acrylic's a nice strong type of plastic, I guess you could say. And I'm actually going to use, if you've ever seen them, they're clear cases that you could put a basketball or soccer ball or football inside them to keep them nice and pristine, maybe like a collector's one or one that you got signed. And they're already like perfectly cube shaped, and I'm going to try and paint them and paint a pattern on them so they look like the datacrons. I've been like creating the design in Photoshop, and I'm probably gonna make like a stencil so I could spray paint it on or something like that. And then I'm going to make it so you can't see in them anymore, and I'm going to put LED lights in them. So anyways, my goal is for them to look really cool in photos, so people can take cool Star Wars The Old Republic photos while holding a freaking datacron, a real datacron. And I've been talking to so many people in the different groups, so like cosplayers of the Old Republic. Where is this comm relay? I'm gonna throw a hissy fit. Oh, just keep going into the cave, I guess. We don't need to throw a hissy fit, it's okay. It's okay. And so, we're hoping, this is my hope, that they will give us extra space, the organizers, and that we can be beside each other and also have a little extra room to create a photo area with like a backdrop or something like that, because that would be super cool, I think. And yeah, I have tons and tons of plans. Since we're now accepted, I'm in the planning stage of planning. Well, if you want to learn more, I'm gonna post something hopefully in the comments. If I forget, yell at me in the comments and say, hey, Swtorista, post the thingy, and it'll tell you how you can get involved as someone who is maybe not going to the convention but wants to help pitch in on the digital side of things. Oh, also, those of you who are helping with the Patreon, who have pledged at some point or another within the last few months, some of what you pledged is going to be going to this, so thank you so much. I'm super excited to show you guys exactly where, because I'm a fan of knowing where money goes when I put it places, so I'm going to be showing you guys, hopefully as long as nothing weird happens, like exactly what's going into this project and what's being spent on it and stuff like that. I'm super excited to work on it. People who have heard about it have seemed to be really excited as well, whether they're going or not. It's just very cool that our game gets that opportunity, because as far as I know, Star Wars The Old Republic has never had a official presence by fans at the convention. I think Star Wars The Old Republic may have been there near its launch probably, or not too long afterwards, but I couldn't find any mention of maybe like fans would like organize like a certain time and date where they try and meet up and take photos, but this is the first time something official is happening, and not only am I doing it, Another
You
group
can
is
see we
too.
now have access to the Organa systems. They're all talking about the ruthlessness and brutality of the recent attack. They do train you Imperials well, don't they?
You just need to learn to deal.
Moff Sarek told me to respect you, not to submit to schoolyard taunts. Now that we can monitor the Organa's communications, it should be possible to...
Lord Thul, the base is under attack.
Uh-oh.
Send aid quickly. Border Outpost 2 under attack. I repeat, under attack. Perimeter defense is breached. We're under attack by assault droids. Repeat, a coordinated attack by probe and assault droids.
Blood of the Queen!
Blood of the Queen. I like that. Okay. Anytime Javiik needs to swear. Blood of the Queen.
There's an attack on one of your bases.
One we could handle. The data feeds are showing all 3 of our border outposts
snap.
are under attack. A coordinated assault, hunter-killers and probe droids. All I've got out there is a skeleton crew. You're the only one close enough to reach them in time. Please, save my bases, and bring me the memory cores from any probes you destroy. I want to know who's behind this. Good luck.
I'll bring you the heads of those droids, and their master.
Thank you. Now hurry!
Woohoo! Ah, I'm so excited! I just learned a new Star Wars swear for my character. Mom, I just learned something new about Star Wars. I don't think my mom would get it if I told her. Power or mastery. Actually, fine. I'll fight you two. I don't know what's more useful at low level. Probably power? Maybe mastery? I don't think I've ever seen anyone do stats for low level, especially because we've got like the level sync going on. That kind of messes with things too. So yeah, it feels like 2019 is going to be the year of the SWTOR, because April 2019 is when it will be in Chicago. And so there's going to be our group, there's going to be a cosplayers group. People like to dress up like Theron or Revan or Bastila, or obviously their character from this game, maybe their character from the Old Republic games. I have a feeling they'd probably even accept characters from the older Old Republic lore. I don't know. I have not. They actually have a really cool like list of characters that they promote, I guess you could say. And so not only that, April, we don't know when the expansion will be, but we're pretty sure it's going to be in 2019. And since they haven't announced a lot about it yet, it's probably not going to be early 2019. So April will either be the time when they're saying it's coming out for summer, or April will be the time when they're just starting to announce it and it'll come out like at the end of the year at Christmas or something like that. I don't know. I hope it doesn't take that long, but we'll just have to see, I guess. I've noticed Christmas tends to be the time where players play the most. I can see that easily through my videos, even if there's nothing going on. Like last Christmas, there was no expansion or nothing, but so many more people were looking for, especially the new player tips during that time of the year. My YouTube went way up. I really like that. I like being able to see what's going on. I like being able to see what you guys search for. For example, recently there's been a resurgence of certain bugs, and I can see that by people commenting on like my bug videos that are like a year old, just telling them how to fix it. That's fun. You may have noticed I'm actually doing a couple more tech support videos. I'm trying to do just a bunch to help people find them by Google. Like if they Google their problem, I'm hoping the video will show up so they can save themselves some heartache of trying to dig through the different threads. And you don't have to watch those if that's not if you don't have that problem, obviously. Sorry for the minor bit of spam. But yeah, so SWTOR 2019, we're gonna be at Celebration, there's gonna be a new expansion, we'll be having that new update on December 11th, right around the corner. So going into the new year, some people will still be playing that, probably me. I'm really slow. I save things till I have like a good chunk of time to play them. Yeah, so I'm really excited for the coming year. Really excited for this project as well. I just have so many cool ideas that I want to help share. Like for example, with the giveaway that we're doing, it's very nice being a professional doing a hobby. So I am, for my work, a web designer. I make websites, and I also I wouldn't say I'm a graphic designer, but I do a lot of graphic design work, which means I do lots of things that are printed, like flyers, postcards, badges, all kinds of stuff like that. And it's something that I now feel comfortable doing, so that's cool. I'm going to be bringing that to our shenanigans at Celebration. What I'm going to be doing is, for people who attend in person, there's going to be digital codes for giveaways, don't worry, but for the people who attend in person, they're actually going to be given a unique code. I learned about how you can print things with different words on each piece, like a ticket that has a different barcode on each one. It's very, very cool. It's called variable data printing. So there's going to be a different made-up code on each one, kind of like Star Wars The Old Republic does with the official ones they sometimes give out, except this is just going to go to my own site and not an official one, so you can have an entry into like the better contests and stuff like that. And there's also going to be a little physical ticket tear-off, so they can enter in person for like something they can win at the convention itself. And like, I'm so proud of figuring out how to do it, because I always wondered, and it took me a while to find the right words to search for, but then I was like, oh, this is so cool! I can have 3,000 different tickets if I want. And it's really cool. That kind of technology is also used for making like very personalized messages to people by print, by like mail. So for example, if you've ever gotten something that kind of looks like a handwritten letter and it has your name on it and everything, that's probably done by variable data. If it's an advertisement, you'll have like a spreadsheet with the person's name, maybe their address, maybe a fact about them, like that they're a student or something like that, and it will give you a custom message depending on that. I'm just supposed to kill people? Come on. I thought defending the base would involve something more interesting. Here they come! So many of them! I can't even see my quick bars right now. My microphone's too big. I'm gonna move it over just a bit. Don't cry that I'm slightly to the side now for your audio, okay? Satter, House Thul is gonna kick the bucket. Yeah, so for those tickets, well, I used an auto generator to create a bunch of codes, and they're like not guessable codes. They're like random characters, and the generator is even smart. It knows not to put like zeros and O's and I's and L's because they're hard to tell apart for most people. So I'm like, yay, this is so cool. So I've got a spreadsheet of like 3,000 codes, and I can even make special ones. Like, let's say a podcaster wants to make some special ones that have like the name of their podcast in the code. I can even do that. It's so cool. I think I've mentioned this before, but I want to try and make some pins. I've been trying to price them out the best I can. I really want some Swtorista pins. Like, I really want like some enamel pins that have my avatar from YouTube on them, but those would be a me project, not a not a community project. I actually did the math, and to get some Star Wars The Old Republic pins, they wouldn't be official looking ones because, where am I going? I'm supposed to be defending the base to recover probe droids or something. Probe droids, here you are. And the money adds up really fast, so if you ever want to make pins, be aware that it's an expensive hobby. I think the cheapest I could get it was something like $1 per pin, and even those were like smaller, uncomplicated ones. So if you ever see someone making custom pins, give them some major kudos, because probably not only did they have to put in the time for designing it, they also had to fork out probably a good chunk of money to make it actually happen. Okay, we got 1 probe droid. Let's get 3 more. And then I think 3 more in all the other locations too. Darn it. I'm also excited for 2019 because there's been some videos that I've wanted to make for a very long time. Just some really simple topics that I have a lot to talk about, like not guides. I feel like we're pretty covered for guides right now. There's still obviously more I always want to make, but I feel like I've got the important ones covered by now. Mark of power, come on. Where is some probe droids? I need a probe droid. Is there any hiding over here? No. Actually, I don't know where they are. Aha, there we go. Spending too much time talking, not enough time killing. And I really want to touch on some topics like, is SWTOR worth playing? Is SWTOR worth subscribing to? Should I play SWTOR? Just, I consider them really clickbaity videos. I've seen some players have done a really good job on them, I've noticed, and those tend to be players who have played all of the game. Like, you'll see end-game stuff in their videos, but it really pisses me off when channels who you can see they've only got footage from like the trailers and Tython, maybe just the first planet, and they're giving all kinds of facts that are wrong, or like stuff they're not familiar with, that they should judge it so harshly. Like, there's tons of reasons I can give why you shouldn't play SWTOR off the top of my head, but there's no need to add in false facts or even just like really hyped up stuff just to get clicks and views, and that really makes me angry. That's one of the reasons I haven't done one recently, or ever, really. I've just kind of kept that on the back burner in my blog. I think it's published, and I think it sometimes shows up, but I don't even have it on the front page or anything. But I do want to visit that topic, because I feel like it's something that's asked a lot, and... Oh, sorry, trying to kill my own people. My bad. Oh, I'm supposed to be defending you. Yeah, I remember that. Sorry, guys. Probe droid. Do I not need probe droids here? Oh, apparently not. Apparently I could have moved on a lot earlier. I assumed you had to get some from each spot. Hello, hello. Is there 3 of you I may murder in this location? Yes? No? Maybe? Ah, here's my zoom. So those are something I wanted to like prepare for the end of the year, and then publish them on like January 2019, so I can say give a review for 2019, and hopefully by then we'll have a better idea about the new stuff coming out, because like I said, I'm looking forward to that. I want to know if it will add positively or negatively to my review. And of course, then we have no idea when that expansion is coming out. I was hoping to try and hold out for that, but I don't want to wait that long. I don't want to wait a year to make a video if it's a year away. Let's see. Kill more people? Yes? Or is this a different quest? Oh, nope, this is poisoning the Killik hives. Pretty place, Alderaan, that's for sure. I really love I think the Elysium? I don't even know which one's right. If that's the area I think it is, if that's the big broken castle at the end of the river, I love that area. It's just so beautiful. I remember coming here for the first time and I was like, oh, my heart. And I was playing on my like super basic computer that I probably paid way too much for at Best Buy, and I think I could only play on low at the time because they optimized the graphics at some point so I could bump it up to medium later, but nope. Alderaan was real blocky, but I don't know. I guess as you play, especially if you play on lower settings, I guess your mind fills in more of the details. Just like if you're going back to an older game, you're like, oh, this looks so much better when I played it. No, nothing actually changed, just your perception of it. Killik. The original inhabitants of Alderaan. The insectoid Killik spread across the planet and throughout neighboring star systems millennia before the foundation of the Republic. By the time human colonists found Alderaan, however, the Killiks had long since migrated into deep space for reasons unknown. The only evidence of their existence was their empty hive mounds. In fact, a few Killiks had remained behind on Alderaan and lived in hibernation deep underground. Every few hundred years, these Killiks would emerge and come into conflict with the colonists before retreating and sleeping once again. The Alderaanians viewed the Killiks as monsters out of legend, and no one's certain how the Killiks view the Alderaanians. Killik society is comprised of a collection of hive minds, some violently territorial, others gentle and reclusive. Individual Killiks possess no sense of identity or self, and each would unquestioningly sacrifice its life for the benefit of its nest. As a result, Killiks cannot comprehend the value other species place on individuals, making them difficult to interact or negotiate with. They do, however, have values of their own, creating beautiful works of art and engaging in complex ritual behavior. The strength of the Killik hive mind is such that it can even absorb individuals from other species, altering their brain chemistry so that they respond to the will of the nest. These transformed individuals are commonly called joiners. Oh, and is that the Sith warrior story where you have Vector? And you learn a lot more about the Killik and being able to speak to them as a human or as a non-Killik in that story. I won't spoil it if you haven't played it yet. I'm a jerk for poisoning them. Welcome to the Empire, people. We just poison people or we kill them. Do you remember that quest way back when on Korriban where I got to kill people faster, I got to kill people slow? No, that was on Truman Cost and they were slaves. Oh my god, what have I done? I'm not a huge fan of all the Killik stuff. It's probably cooler if you have Vector with you, but on my own, they're just bugs. I know they have a complex, rich culture, but yeah, they're just nasty little things that I need to kill in the meantime. What are you doing, Gambel? Can you please just finish them off? Thanks. Jeez Louise. You have to kill stuff and kill stuff. Okay. So, 2019 is gonna be awesome. Oh, something important I need to do. I need to think of the Christmas Carol for 2019 for Star Wars. I started doing them the first year I started doing videos, more just because I had a silly idea and I wanted to make it happen. That sums up like 90% of my channel, actually. I wanted something to happen, so I did it. And then I did another one the next year, and I figure I should probably keep it up, huh? Last year, the first year I did a bunch because I had a lot more time. Last year I did Happy Holidays, that song. That's actually an advertisement jingle. I didn't know that until I looked it up to learn more about what the lyrics meant. And this year, I don't know. We've done Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells, Jingle All the Way. That one. We've done... I'm having trouble remembering off the top of my head. Oh, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Sorry if you're listening to this in June. If you guys have any suggestions and it is not past Christmas already when you're watching this, shoot me one in the comments. Actually, even if it is June, give me a suggestion because then I'll need one by the time December rolls around again. I have to really rack my brains for that one. One of my favorite SWTOR jingles, I guess you could say. There's a player named Kranitoko who's my friend. I actually got to meet him. It was really cool. I got to meet him in Los Angeles, and he had flown down, and I was like, hey, I live nearby. You want to hang out? And he was like, cool. And we did at the end. So he used to do SWTOR videos. I don't know if he plays anymore, but he did a 12 Days of Life Day video, and it's very, very good. He sings really well, and he changed the lyrics to Star Wars: The Old Republic. Oh, I love it so much. Go look up 12 Days of Life Day, or look up Kranitoko, Kranit. Kranitoko, however it sounds like it's spelled. And I love that. I was listening to it on repeat the other day. So me and Kid Lee, oh gosh, okay, here's another thing I'm not on top of this week. Me and Kid Lee will likely be doing a stream this coming Saturday, so let me check my calendar. It will be Saturday the 8th, and it's going to be a 12 Days of Life Day themed stream. So be there, be square. It's probably going to be at 11 a.m. PST. Hopefully I'll post up some actual real announcements soon. Probably should do that after I finish this video. We're going to talk to House Thul, and then I'll call it a night and go work on that for you guys. Come on, Campbell. You can have a snack on the way if you'd like. There's a noble. All yours. Gotta move out of the way politely, you know.
I cannot thank you enough for your quick work. I don't know what the Organas were after, but that attack was long in the planning.
I wonder what they were up to.
It is foolishness to spread your troops so thin.
We have not had outright war on Alderaan for generations. Our tactics are somewhat rusty. Who's the source of these? What were they looking for? And quickly!
The programming signatures point to Lord Cedric Kilesa.
Lord Kilesa is my vassal. He swore loyalty to me personally when we returned from exile.
Uh-oh.
Were the droids after something in particular?
The parameters indicate the probes were to join an assault team in a... My lord, this program indicates an assault team massing in a tunnel between here and the Kilesa estates. I don't find any such tunnel on the blueprints.
The siege tunnel! Blood of a queen! They're coming through the siege tunnel!
Uh-oh.
Does this siege tunnel lead inside?
Yes. It connects directly to the Kilesa estates. And I sent the guard to defend the outposts. That was his plan. No one's used it in centuries, but the tunnel opens right under this room. What are we going to do?
I will hold back this army myself if I have to.
You have proven a better friend than I expected. Moff Sarek gave us cartons of thermite explosives. They take time to set up, but they pack a punch. If you take them into the siege tunnel, you can collapse it on Cedric and his army. Seal the access, so they can't threaten us again.
How do I get into this siege tunnel?
There's an entrance to the tunnel nearby. The storeroom is in the same area. I'll recall my troops to defend the surface, but there's no doubt the real battle will be below.
That's cool.
Thank you.
So are we gonna get to go in the tunnel? That's really neat. But I feel very, very strongly that I need a different outfit before the next episode. So I'll see you on the next episode, and I'll be wearing something very, very different. See you guys later.